Seeker Society, Book 4, The Keepers. Previously, Fern's evolving powers saved the Seekers in the aptly named Gorge of the Gargoyles, and she explained the true nature of her gift as they made their journey to Shipmaker's Bay. But when they arrived, the only things waiting for them were the wreckage of ships and an unfriendly crew of keepers. 3 years ago.
I know this has been a really long journey for you, Zach.
2 years ago. And we know this is going to take some getting used to.
Yeah, but get to the good part, honey.
Oh, you're right. Let me be the first to officially say 1 year ago. Welcome home, Zach. 3 years ago.
Look, I hate it too, but we both see it. It's just not working out.
2 years ago. I'm trying. I really am. But he needs so much help. I don't know. Maybe we're not ready. Maybe somebody with more experience. 1 year ago. Happy birthday, dear Zach. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Zach. We got you something special. 3 years ago. But you're a great kid, Zach. Truly.
We just don't have the tools to help you, and you need...
2 years ago. No, deserve a better mom and dad than we know how to be. 1 year ago. And the farmer said to Jack, "No, these are magic beans." And so Jack, dreaming of a better life, made the long journey home with the magic beans in his pocket and wishes in his heart. Now,
Welcome, students. Thank you for joining me.
Who are you?
it doesn't matter. He's a keeper, which means we won't help him.
Is that any way to speak to an adult? But I suppose communication is your strong suit, Zachariah. You must be thirsty.
I think it's okay. I mean, they're sealed.
Ah, yes. May I ask if you are able to control how far into an object's past you can see? I have no interest in harming you or any other children, for that matter. Despite what Dr. DGA has told you about me, I am not a bad guy.
Have you ever noticed that only bad guys say things like that?
Dr. Adichie never mentioned you.
While I find that hard to believe, it's irrelevant. One of you has something I need. As soon as you share it, I'm happy to have one of my friends escort you back to shore.
Why would we share anything with a keeper?
So you have heard of me. Eavesdropping on the past is still eavesdropping, my dear.
How do you know our names and all this stuff about us?
I imagine Dr. Adichie would prefer to tell you herself. But as always, she is very stingy with her trust. Dr. Adichie and I met at Shackleton's when I was a young teacher. She was my mentor, and she was generous with her expertise, willing to teach me everything she knew about exploration and the seekers. We planned our lessons together. We completed research studies together. For almost 5 years, we were a team. At least I thought we were. It turned out that Dr. Adichie did not trust me with certain information. She made herself the gatekeeper of incredibly valuable information about Shackleton students, where their powers came from, and what they really meant.